Rising high in the heart of the Swiss Alps, Jungfraujoch is often called the top of Europe. This breathtaking destination sits at an elevation of 3,454 meters, or over 11,300 feet above sea level, nestled between the iconic peaks of Jungfrau and Monk. For over a century, Jungfraujoch has captivated travelers from around the world with its dramatic scenery, pioneering railway, and unique blend of adventure and tranquility. The journey to Jungfraujoch begins in the picturesque valleys of the Bernese Oberland. Visitors typically start in Interlaken, a charming town cradled between two sparkling lakes and surrounded by snow-capped mountains. From here, a series of trains winds upward through lush meadows, past traditional Swiss chalets, and into the heart of the mountains. The most remarkable part of this ascent is the Jungfrau Railway, a marvel of engineering that has been transporting passengers to the top of Europe since 1912. The Jungfrau Railway carves its way through tunnels bored deep inside the Eiger and Munch Mountains. Along the way, the train stops at two unique viewing stations, Eigerwand and Eismeer. Here, travelers can step out onto platforms built into the rock face, gazing through panoramic windows at the sheer cliffs and glaciers outside. The anticipation builds as the train climbs ever higher until finally, it emerges at Jungfraujoch, the highest railway station in Europe. Stepping out at Jungfraujoch, visitors are greeted by a world of snow and ice, even in the middle of summer. The air is crisp and clear, and the views stretch for miles in every direction. To the south, the Aletsch Glacier, the longest glacier in the Alps, winds its way through a vast frozen landscape. Its shimmering surface snakes for over 22 kilometers, a testament to the raw power and beauty of nature. One of the first stops for many is the Sphinx Observatory, perched on a rocky outcrop just above the station. An elevator whisks visitors up to the observatory's viewing deck, where a 360-degree panorama awaits. On clear days, you can see as far as the Vosges Mountains in France and the Black Forest in Germany. The Sphinx Observatory is also a center for scientific research, with astronomers and meteorologists studying the stars and the ever-changing alpine weather. Jungfraujoch is more than just a viewpoint. It's a place to experience the Alps up close. The Ice Palace, carved deep into the glacier, invites visitors to wander through a labyrinth of shimmering tunnels and halls. Sculptures of animals, people, and mythical creatures glisten in the soft blue light, each one meticulously crafted from solid ice. The temperature inside remains well below freezing, a reminder of the powerful forces at work beneath the surface. For those seeking adventure, Jungfraujoch offers a range of activities. In summer, the Snow Fun Park comes alive with sledding, tubing, and even skiing or snowboarding, right at the top of Europe. The crisp mountain air and dazzling sunlight create the perfect setting for outdoor fun, whether you're a seasoned athlete or a first-time visitor. Hiking trails lead out onto the glacier, where guides offer treks across the snowfields and lessons in mountaineering. Every step is an encounter with the wild beauty of the Alps. Yet Jungfraujoch is also a place of quiet wonder. Many visitors simply pause to take in the silence, broken only by the crunch of snow underfoot and the distant rumble of avalanches. The sense of scale is humbling. Mountains towering overhead, glaciers stretching to the horizon, and the sky an endless, brilliant blue. It's a landscape that has inspired poets, painters, and explorers for generations. No visit to Jungfraujoch would be complete without sampling some Swiss hospitality. The station complex houses several restaurants and cafes where you can warm up with hot chocolate or enjoy a hearty meal of traditional alpine fare. The views from the dining rooms are as spectacular as the food itself, with windows overlooking the glacier and the peaks beyond. For a special treat, try the famous Swiss fondue, melted cheese served bubbling hot with crusty bread, a perfect way to refuel after a day in the snow. Jungfraujoch is also a gateway to the UNESCO World Heritage-listed Jungfrau Aletsch region, recognized for its outstanding natural beauty and geological significance. The glaciers here are among the largest and most accessible in Europe, providing a living laboratory for scientists and a playground for outdoor enthusiasts. The area is home to a rich diversity of plants and animals, adapted to survive in the extreme conditions of the high Alps. The story of Jungfraujoch is one of human ingenuity and perseverance. When the Jungfrau Railway was first conceived in the late 19th century, it seemed an impossible dream. Tunneling through solid rock, battling fierce weather, and building at altitudes where even breathing is a challenge. Yet after years of effort and innovation, the railway opened in 1912, forever changing the way people experience the Alps. Today, the journey to Jungfraujoch is as much a part of the adventure as the destination itself, a testament to the spirit of exploration that defines Switzerland. For many travelers, a visit to Jungfraujoch is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's a place where the boundaries between earth and sky seem to blur, where the majesty of nature is on full display, and where every moment is infused with a sense of awe. Whether you come for the views, the adventure, or simply the chance to stand at the top of Europe, Jungfraujoch promises memories that will last a lifetime. As the sun sets behind the peaks and the last train prepares to descend, visitors often find themselves lingering, reluctant to leave this extraordinary place. The mountains glow with a golden light, the glacier sparkles in the fading sun, and the air is filled with a sense of peace. For a moment, time seems to stand still at Jungfraujoch, a reminder that in the heart of the Alps, the wonders of nature are always waiting to be discovered. Nestled between the snow-capped peaks of the Swiss Alps and the serene expanse of Lake Geneva lies Montreux, a town that has captivated travelers, artists, and dreamers for centuries. This enchanting destination, perched on the northeastern shore of Lake Geneva, is not just a place of breathtaking beauty, but also a vibrant hub of culture, history, and natural wonder. As you arrive in Montreux, the first thing that strikes you is the landscape. The town stretches gracefully along the lakefront, its promenade lined with palm trees, colorful flowers, and Belle Époque buildings. The air is fresh, tinged with the scent of blooming gardens and the gentle breeze that drifts across the water. The lake itself shimmers in shades of blue and turquoise, reflecting the craggy outlines of the Alps that rise majestically on the horizon. Montreux's unique microclimate, warmer and sunnier than much of Switzerland, gives the town an almost Mediterranean feel. This climate has made it a haven for artists, writers, and musicians seeking inspiration and tranquility. It's no wonder that Montreux has long been a retreat for creative minds. Among its famous residents were Vladimir Nabokov, who wrote some of his most celebrated novels here, and Freddie Mercury, who found solace and creativity in the town's peaceful ambiance. One of Montreux's most iconic features is its lakeside promenade. Stretching for several kilometers, this walkway invites visitors to stroll, jog, or simply sit and watch the world go by. Along the way, you'll encounter whimsical sculptures, vibrant flower beds, and charming cafes offering the perfect spot to savor a coffee or a glass of local wine. The promenade is also home to the striking bronze statue of Freddie Mercury, a tribute to the legendary Queen frontman who recorded his final albums in Montreux's mountain studios. The statue has become a pilgrimage site for fans from around the world, a symbol of the enduring bond between the artist and the town he loved. Montreux is perhaps best known internationally for its world-famous Montreux Jazz Festival. Every summer, the town comes alive with the sound of music as artists and fans from across the globe gather to celebrate jazz, rock, blues, and more. The festival, founded in 1967, has hosted legends such as Miles Davis, Ella Fitzgerald, David Bowie, and Prince. The atmosphere during the festival is electric, with performances taking place not only in grand concert halls, but also in intimate clubs, open-air stages, and even on boats gliding across the lake. But Montreux's cultural allure extends far beyond music. The town is home to a number of museums and galleries, including the Montreux Museum, which traces the region's history from its Roman roots to the present day. Art lovers will appreciate the many galleries showcasing Swiss and international artists, while history enthusiasts can explore the nearby Château de Chillon, one of Switzerland's most iconic castles. Perched on a rocky islet at the edge of Lake Geneva, Chillon Castle has inspired poets and painters for centuries, including Lord Byron, who immortalized it in his poem The Prisoner of Chillon. Visitors can wander through its medieval halls, climb its towers, and imagine the stories that echo within its ancient walls. The natural beauty of Montreux and the Lake Geneva region is nothing short of spectacular. The lake itself is a playground for outdoor enthusiasts. offering opportunities for swimming, sailing, paddleboarding, and even windsurfing. The crystal-clear waters invite you to take a leisurely cruise, perhaps aboard one of the elegant Belle Époque paddle steamers that traverse the lake, offering stunning views of the vineyards and mountains that frame the shoreline. Speaking of vineyards, the terraced slopes of Lavaux, just a short drive from Montreux, are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a testament to centuries of winemaking tradition. Here, rows of vines cling to steep hillsides, basking in the sun and producing some of Switzerland's finest wines. Visitors can follow scenic walking trails through the vineyards, stopping at family-run wineries to sample crisp chasselas and other local varietals, all while enjoying panoramic views of the lake below. For those who crave adventure, the mountains beckon with a wealth of possibilities. The Rochers de Nez, a towering peak accessible by cogwheel train from Montreux, offers breathtaking vistas that stretch from the Jura Mountains to the distant peaks of Mont Blanc. In summer, the alpine meadows burst into bloom, while in winter, the slopes are transformed into a playground for skiers and snowboarders. At the summit, you might even encounter the region's famous marmots, who make their home among the rocks and wildflowers. Montreux is also a gateway to exploration. The efficient Swiss rail network makes it easy to venture further afield. Whether you're drawn to the cosmopolitan allure of Lausanne and Geneva, the medieval charm of Gruyère, or the pristine wilderness of the Swiss Alps. Yet no matter how far you roam, the tranquility of Montreux always beckons you back. The town's culinary scene is another delight, blending Swiss tradition with international flair. Lakeside restaurants serve up fresh fish, locally sourced produce, and decadent Swiss chocolate desserts. Don't miss the chance to try fondue or raclette, classic dishes that are perfect for sharing with friends and family. And of course, no meal is complete without a glass of local wine, the perfect accompaniment to the flavors of the region. As evening falls, Montreux takes on a magical quality. The lights of the town twinkle along the waterfront, their reflections dancing on the surface of the lake. The air is filled with the sound of laughter, music, and the gentle lapping of waves against the shore. Whether you're sipping a drink at a terrace cafe, attending a concert, or simply enjoying a quiet moment by the water, you'll find that Montreux has a way of capturing your heart. In the end, Montreux and Lake Geneva offer more than just stunning scenery. They offer a sense of peace, inspiration, and joy. It's a place where nature and culture exist in perfect harmony, where every day brings new discoveries and unforgettable memories. Whether you come for the music, the history, the food, or simply the view, you'll leave with a piece of Montreux in your soul. A reminder of the beauty and magic that await on the shores of Lake Geneva. Nestled in the heart of Switzerland, Bern is a city where history, culture, and culinary delights intertwine to create an unforgettable experience. With its medieval old town, charming cobblestone streets, and a backdrop of the snow-capped Alps, Bern is a feast for the senses, and its food scene is no exception. Whether you're a curious traveler or a passionate foodie, exploring the culinary landscape of Bern offers a journey through Swiss traditions, local ingredients, and innovative flavors. Walking through Bern's UNESCO World Heritage-listed Old Town, the aroma of freshly baked bread and roasted coffee drifts through the air. The city's iconic sandstone arcades shelter a host of bakeries, cafes, and specialty shops, each one inviting you to pause and savor. One of the first treats you'll encounter is the celebrated Zupfe, a soft, braided Swiss bread that graces many Bernese breakfast tables. Often enjoyed with local butter and homemade jam, Zupfe is a simple yet deeply satisfying introduction to Bern's culinary traditions. As you wander farther, the allure of sweet temptations becomes irresistible. Bern is famously home to Toblerone, the triangular chocolate bar recognized around the world. The story of Toblerone began here in 1908, and today, the city's chocolate shops pay homage to this legacy. Step inside a confiserie, and you'll discover handcrafted pralines, rich truffles, and chocolate bars infused with alpine herbs and honey. Sampling these confections is more than a treat. It's a taste of Bern's history, wrapped in a layer of silky Swiss chocolate. But Bern's food culture extends well beyond sweets. The city is a proud guardian of Swiss culinary heritage, and nowhere is this more evident than in its markets. Every Tuesday and Saturday morning, the Bundesplatz, or Federal Square, transforms into a vibrant farmer's market. Stalls brim with colorful produce from the surrounding Bernese countryside, crisp apples, juicy berries, earthy potatoes, and fragrant herbs. Artisanal cheeses such as the creamy Emmentaler and nutty Gruyere are displayed alongside cured meats, fresh eggs, and homemade preserves. This is where locals and visitors alike gather to celebrate the bounty of the region, forging connections over shared tastes and stories. For a deeper dive into Bernese cuisine, one must try the city's signature dish, Berner Platt. This hearty platter is a carnivore's delight, featuring an array of meats, smoked pork, beef tongue, ham, and sausages, served with sauerkraut, potatoes, beans, and root vegetables. The Berner Platt originated in 1798, when local citizens gathered to celebrate a military victory and pooled their resources to create a communal feast. Today, it remains a symbol of Bernese hospitality and togetherness, best enjoyed in a cozy, wood-paneled restaurant with friends or family. No exploration of Bern's food would be complete without experiencing fondue, Switzerland's most iconic dish. In Bern, fondue is more than a meal. It's a ritual. A pot of molten cheese, often a blend of Gruyere and Emmentaler, is set atop a flickering flame. Diners spear cubes of crusty bread and swirl them through the creamy mixture, savoring each gooey bite. The communal nature of fondue reflects the Swiss spirit of conviviality, turning every meal into a shared celebration. Beyond traditional fare, Bern's culinary scene is alive with innovation. The city's chefs draw inspiration from global influences while honoring local ingredients. Farm-to-table restaurants showcase seasonal produce, wild game, and freshwater fish from nearby lakes and rivers. Menus evolve with the changing seasons, offering everything from asparagus in spring to wild mushrooms and chestnuts in autumn. Vegetarian and vegan options abound, highlighting the versatility and creativity of Bern's kitchens. For those with a thirst for discovery, Bern's beverage culture is equally compelling. The city boasts a thriving craft beer scene, with microbreweries experimenting with hops, malts, and unique flavors. Sample a crisp Bernese lager or a robust stout at a local pub, and you'll find yourself in the company of friendly locals eager to share their favorite brews. Wine lovers, too, are in for a treat. Switzerland's vineyards may be small, but they produce exceptional wines, particularly crisp whites and elegant reds from the nearby Bernese Oberland. Coffee culture in Bern is a way of life. The city's cafes, some centuries old, invite you to linger over expertly brewed espresso or a creamy cappuccino. Pair your coffee with a slice of Niedelkuchen, a decadent cream tart that hails from the nearby Emmental region. Light and airy, with a caramelized cream topping, Niedelkuchen is a sweet indulgence that perfectly complements a leisurely afternoon. Street food in Bern offers another window into the city's vibrant food scene. At festivals and outdoor events, you'll find vendors serving up Rösti, a crispy potato dish beloved across Switzerland. Sometimes topped with cheese, bacon, or a fried egg, Rösti is comfort food at its finest, warm, satisfying, and deeply rooted in Swiss tradition. Other street food favorites include sausages sizzling on the grill, flaky meat pies, and freshly baked pretzels, all perfect for fueling a day of exploration. For those seeking a truly local experience, Bern's food festivals are not to be missed. The Onion Market, or Zibele Merit, held each November, is a beloved tradition dating back to the 15th century. Farmers descend upon the city with thousands of intricately braided onions, filling the streets with color and fragrance. Onion tarts, soups, and even onion-themed sweets are on offer, creating a festive atmosphere that draws visitors from near and far. As evening falls, Bern's restaurants and wine bars come alive with the hum of conversation and clinking glasses. Whether you're dining in a historic cellar, a riverside bistro, or a contemporary eatery, the city's chefs and hosts take pride in delivering warm hospitality and unforgettable flavors. Every meal in Bern is an invitation to slow down, savor, and connect with the food, the people, and the stories that make this city so special. In Bern, food is more than sustenance. It's a celebration of culture, community, and the Swiss way of life. From traditional dishes steeped in history to modern creations that push boundaries, Bern invites you to embark on a culinary adventure, one delicious bite at a time. Nestled between the sparkling sapphire lakes of Thun and Brienz, and framed by the snow-capped peaks of the Bernese Alps, Interlaken is a Swiss town where natural beauty and vibrant culture blend seamlessly. Known as the adventure capital of Switzerland, Interlaken is much more than a gateway to adrenaline-fueled activities. It's also a place where culinary traditions are as rich and varied as the landscapes that surround it. Begin your journey in the heart of Interlaken, where the air is crisp and the streets are lined with charming chalets, boutiques, and bustling cafes. The town's name literally means between the lakes, and from almost any vantage point, you're treated to views of turquoise waters and towering mountains. The aroma of freshly baked bread, melted cheese, and sweet pastries drifts from open windows and doorways, inviting you to explore the flavors that have shaped this region for centuries. Swiss cuisine is a tapestry woven from the influences of its neighboring countries, Germany, France, and Italy. Yet it retains a distinct identity, especially in the Bernese Oberland, where Interlaken is located. Here, hearty mountain fare sustains locals and visitors alike, providing comfort after a day of hiking, skiing, or paragliding. No visit to Interlaken would be complete without sampling the iconic Swiss cheese fondue. In cozy restaurants with wooden beams and flickering candles, a bubbling pot of melted Gruyere and Emmental cheese is served alongside chunks of crusty bread. The ritual of dipping bread into the creamy, aromatic cheese is as much about sharing stories and laughter as it is about savoring the food itself. For a twist on tradition, some establishments offer fondue with wild herbs or local mushrooms, adding a taste of the surrounding forests to each bite. Another classic dish you'll encounter is Rösti, a golden, crispy potato pancake that originated in the German-speaking part of Switzerland, but has become a national favorite. Rösti is often served as a side to succulent sausages, tender veal, or topped with melted raclette cheese. In Interlaken, you might find Rösti prepared with mountain herbs or even smoked bacon, giving it a unique local flavor. For those with a sweet tooth, Swiss chocolate is legendary, and Interlaken is home to several artisanal chocolatiers. Step into a chocolate shop and watch as master chocolatiers craft delicate pralines and truffles, each piece a work of edible art. Many shops offer tastings, allowing you to sample everything from silky milk chocolate to rich dark varieties infused with alpine honey or hazelnuts. For a truly immersive experience, consider joining a chocolate-making workshop, where you can create your own confections to take home. Beyond cheese and chocolate, Interlaken's culinary scene is surprisingly diverse, reflecting the town's popularity with international travelers. You'll find Italian trattorias serving wood-fired pizzas and creamy risottos, as well as French bistros offering coq au vin and delicate pastries. For a taste of local tradition, seek out a restaurant serving Berner Platt, a robust platter of cured meats, sausages, sauerkraut, and boiled potatoes, all arranged with precision and pride. This dish, rooted in the history of the Bernese region, is a celebration of the area's agricultural heritage. The lakes that flank Interlaken are not just beautiful, they're also a source of fresh fish, which features prominently on local menus. Delicate fillets of perch, trout, or whitefish are often pan-fried with a squeeze of lemon or served with a creamy white wine sauce. Pair your meal with a glass of crisp Swiss white wine, perhaps a chasselas from the nearby vineyards, and enjoy the harmonious flavors that the region has to offer. In the summer months, Interlaken's open-air markets come alive with the colors and scents of the season. Stalls overflow with ripe berries, fragrant herbs, and rounds of tangy mountain cheese. Local farmers proudly display their produce, and visitors can sample everything from homemade jams to freshly baked fruit tarts. These markets are not just a place to shop, they're a window into the rhythms of rural Swiss life, where food is celebrated as a connection to the land and to one another. For a more modern take on Swiss cuisine, several innovative chefs in Interlaken are reimagining traditional dishes with contemporary flair. Imagine a deconstructed fondue served as a delicate foam atop roasted vegetables, or a dessert that pairs Swiss chocolate with unexpected ingredients like chili or sea salt. These creative interpretations pay homage to the past while looking boldly to the future, ensuring that the culinary scene in Interlaken remains dynamic and exciting. Of course, no exploration of Interlaken's food would be complete without mentioning the region's beloved pastries and baked goods. The Nusstorte, a caramelized nut tart, is a sweet treat that pairs perfectly with a cup of strong Swiss coffee. Meanwhile, the Zopf, a braided bread with a golden crust, is a staple at breakfast tables, served with butter and homemade preserves. Whether enjoyed in a bustling cafe or packed as a snack for a mountain hike, these baked delights are a testament to the Swiss love of quality and craftsmanship. As evening falls and the sky turns shades of pink and gold, Interlaken's restaurants and taverns fill with the sound of clinking glasses and animated conversation. Whether you're sharing a fondue with friends, savoring a slice of nut tart by the fire, or simply enjoying a glass of wine as you watch the sunset over the mountains, food in Interlaken is about more than sustenance. It's about creating memories. In this enchanting Swiss town, every meal is a celebration of place, tradition, and the simple joys of good company and great food. From the first bite to the last, Interlaken invites you to slow down, savor the moment, and discover the flavors that make this corner of Switzerland truly unforgettable. Nestled in the heart of Switzerland, Lucerne is a city where history, culture, and natural beauty converge. With its picturesque setting on the shores of Lake Lucerne and surrounded by snow-capped peaks, this charming city has captivated travelers for centuries. Walking through Lucerne's cobbled streets feels like stepping into a fairy tale. The iconic Chapel Bridge, with its centuries-old paintings beneath the covered walkway, stretches gracefully across the Reuss River, while the water tower stands as a silent sentinel, bearing witness to the city's rich medieval past. Lucerne's Old Town is a vibrant tapestry of narrow lanes, colorful frescoed buildings, and bustling squares. Here, you'll find the lively Kornmarkt, where markets have been held for generations, and the ornate town hall, a testament to the city's prosperity during the Renaissance. The city's museums, like the Swiss Museum of Transport and the Rosengart Collection, offer glimpses into Switzerland's innovation and artistic heritage. But Lucerne is more than just history and culture. It's a gateway to adventure. The sparkling blue waters of Lake Lucerne invite visitors to take leisurely cruises, offering panoramic views of the surrounding mountains and charming lakeside villages. The lake's ever-changing moods, from misty mornings to golden sunsets, create a magical backdrop for relaxation or exploration. Rising dramatically above the city, Mount Pilatus is a legendary peak shrouded in myths and breathtaking vistas. According to local folklore, dragons once made their home on Pilatus, and the mountain's rugged silhouette still inspires awe today. To reach its summit, travelers embark on a journey that is as thrilling as the destination itself. The world's steepest cogwheel railway climbs through lush forests and alpine meadows, revealing sweeping views at every turn. In summer, the ascent is a kaleidoscope of wildflowers and grazing cows, while winter transforms the landscape into a wonderland of snow and ice. At the summit, over 200 meters above sea level, the air is crisp and clear. On a clear day, the views stretch across the Swiss Alps, with jagged peaks rising in every direction and the sparkling waters of Lake Lucerne far below. Walking trails wind along the mountaintop, inviting visitors to explore hidden caves, rocky outcrops, and quiet corners, where the only sound is the whisper of the wind. For those seeking even more adventure, Mount Pilatus offers a range of activities. In the summer, paragliders launch from its slopes, soaring high above the valleys. In winter, the mountain becomes a playground for snowshoers and tobogganers. And for those who simply want to savor the moment, cozy mountain restaurants serve hearty Swiss fare. Think creamy fondue and crisp rösti, while offering unforgettable views. Returning to Lucerne, the city's vibrant atmosphere continues into the evening. Cafes and restaurants line the lakeshore, their terraces aglow with lanterns and laughter. The distant lights of boats twinkle on the water, and the mountain stands silent and majestic against the night sky. Whether you're strolling along the promenade, listening to the soft strains of a street musician, or simply gazing at the reflections of the city lights on the lake, Lucerne offers moments of serenity and wonder. Lucerne and Mount Pilatus are more than destinations. They are experiences that linger in the memory long after the journey ends. Here, the past and present blend seamlessly. Nature and culture exist in perfect harmony, and every visitor finds their own piece of Swiss magic. Whether you seek adventure, relaxation, or inspiration, Lucerne and Mount Pilatus await, ready to welcome you to the heart of Switzerland. Nestled deep within the heart of the Swiss Alps, Lauterbrunnen Valley is a place where nature unfolds its wonders in the most breathtaking ways. Imagine a landscape carved by ancient glaciers, where sheer cliffs rise dramatically on either side, and waterfalls cascade from dizzying heights, their mist painting rainbows in the crisp mountain air. This is Lauterbrunnen, a name that translates to many fountains, and for good reason. With 72 waterfalls tumbling into the valley, it's a realm that seems plucked straight from the pages of a fairy tale. As you approach the valley, the first thing you notice is the towering rock faces that frame the landscape, standing like silent sentinels above the lush green meadows below. The village of Lauterbrunnen itself sits quietly at the valley's floor, its traditional Swiss chalets adorned with vibrant flower boxes and wooden shutters. The air is fresh, tinged with the scent of pine and wildflowers, and the sound of cowbells drifts lazily from the surrounding pastures. One of the valley's most iconic features is Staubbach Falls, which plunges nearly 1,000 feet from the cliffs above. In the spring and early summer, meltwater from the snowcaps feeds the falls, sending a shimmering veil of water into the air. As the sunlight catches the droplets, the falls seem to glow, casting a magical spell over all who witness it. It's no wonder that poets and writers have long been inspired by this place. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe himself penned verses about Staubbach's ethereal beauty. But Staubbach is just the beginning. Venture further into the valley, and you'll discover Trümmelbach Falls, a series of 10 glacier-fed waterfalls hidden inside the mountain itself. Here, the roaring water has carved twisting tunnels and caverns through the rock, creating a network of underground passages that you can explore by foot. The power of the falls is palpable. The thunderous sound and cool spray envelop you as you descend deeper into the heart of the mountain. It's a humbling reminder of nature's raw force, and a testament to the valley's ever-changing landscape. Beyond the waterfalls, Lauterbrunnen Valley is a gateway to some of Switzerland's most spectacular alpine adventures. The valley is crisscrossed by hiking trails that wind through forests, meadows, and up into the high alpine pastures. In the warmer months, the hillsides burst into color with wildflowers, and the trails offer sweeping views of snow-capped peaks like the Eiger, Munk, and Jungfrau. Whether you're an experienced mountaineer or a casual walker, there's a path here for everyone, each one promising new vistas and hidden gems. For those seeking a different perspective, the valley is also famous for its cable cars and cogwheel trains, which ascend to mountain villages perched high above the valley floor. The journey to Mürren, for example, begins with a thrilling cable car ride that soars over the cliffs, revealing the full expanse of the valley below. Mürren itself is a car-free village, where time seems to slow down and the mountain views are nothing short of spectacular. From here, you can continue on to the Schilthorn, where the revolving Piz Gloria restaurant offers 360-degree panoramas of the surrounding peaks, a view made famous by the James Bond film On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Back in the valley, Lauterbrunnen's charm lies not just in its scenery, but in its sense of tranquility and timelessness. The rhythm of life here is dictated by the seasons. In spring, the meadows come alive with new growth. In summer, the days are long and filled with the sound of rushing water. In autumn, the forests turn golden and the air grows crisp. And in winter, a blanket of snow transforms the valley into a quiet wonderland. Each season brings its own magic, inviting visitors to slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the natural world. The valley is also steeped in history and culture. Lauterbrunnen's churches and farmhouses have stood for centuries, bearing witness to generations of alpine life. Local festivals celebrate age-old traditions, from yodeling to cheese-making, and the people here are proud stewards of their heritage. It's not uncommon to see farmers tending their fields by hand or leading their cows to high pastures in the summer months, following the rhythms of the land as their ancestors did before them. For those who crave adventure, Lauterbrunnen offers a playground of possibilities. Paragliders launch from the cliffs, soaring like birds above the valley, while base jumpers test their nerve on the sheer rock faces. Cyclists tackle winding mountain roads, and climbers scale the challenging routes that have made the region legendary among alpinists. And yet, for all its adrenaline-fueled pursuits, the valley remains a place of peace, a sanctuary where the wonders of nature are always close at hand. Perhaps what makes Lauterbrunnen truly special is the way it captures the imagination. It's a place where stories are born, where legends of mountain spirits and hidden treasures still linger, and where every corner reveals a new marvel. It's no surprise that J.R.R. Tolkien visited Lauterbrunnen in 1911 and later drew inspiration from its dramatic landscapes for the fictional valley of Rivendell in The Lord of the Rings. Standing amidst the soaring cliffs and cascading waterfalls, it's easy to see why. As the sun sets and the last light fades from the peaks, the valley takes on a quieter, more contemplative mood. The waterfalls glisten in the twilight, and the village lights twinkle softly below. It's a moment to pause, to reflect, and to appreciate the beauty of a place where nature reigns supreme. Whether you come to hike, to explore, or simply to marvel at the scenery, Lauterbrunnen Valley leaves an indelible mark on all who visit. It's a reminder of the power and majesty of the natural world, and an invitation to experience wonder in its purest form. In Lauterbrunnen, the mountains speak, the waterfalls sing, and the valley embraces you in its timeless embrace. Nestled in the heart of the Swiss Alps, Zermatt is a place where nature's grandeur and human ingenuity combine to create a destination unlike any other. Here at the foot of the legendary Matterhorns, time seems to slow down, inviting travelers to immerse themselves in breathtaking landscapes, rich traditions, and unforgettable adventures. Zermatt's story begins with its unique location. Situated in the canton of Valais in southern Switzerland, Zermatt is a car-free alpine village that sits at an elevation of 1,620 meters, or about 5,315 feet above sea level. Surrounded by towering peaks, glaciers, and lush meadows, Zermatt is both a haven for outdoor enthusiasts and a sanctuary for those seeking tranquility in nature's embrace. But it is the Matterhorn, rising majestically above the village, that truly defines Zermatt's identity. At 4,478 meters, or 14,692 feet, the Matterhorn is one of the most iconic mountains in the world. Its distinctive pyramid shape, with 4 sheer faces pointing toward the cardinal directions, has captured the imagination of explorers, artists, and travelers for generations. Often shrouded in clouds or glowing in the golden light of sunrise and sunset, the Matterhorn is both beautiful and formidable, a symbol of the Alps and of the enduring allure of the mountains. The history of Zermatt and the Matterhorn is intertwined with the spirit of adventure. In the mid-19th century, the Alps became the focus of mountaineers from across Europe. The Matterhorn, considered unscalable by many, presented the ultimate challenge. In 1865, British climber Edward Whymper and his team made the first successful ascent. Their triumph, however, was marred by tragedy when 4 members of the party fell to their deaths during the descent. This dramatic event captured the world's attention and marked the beginning of Zermatt's transformation from a quiet farming village to a renowned alpine resort. Today, Zermatt welcomes visitors year-round, offering a wealth of experiences in every season. In winter, the region becomes a snow-covered paradise, attracting skiers and snowboarders from around the globe. The Zermatt ski area is part of the Matterhorn Ski Paradise, which boasts over 360 kilometers, or 224 miles, of pistes. Here you can glide down perfectly groomed slopes, take in panoramic views of the surrounding peaks, and even cross the border into Italy for a day of skiing in Cervinia. For those who prefer a slower pace, winter in Zermatt offers much more than skiing. Snowshoeing, winter hiking, and tobogganing are popular ways to explore the serene alpine landscape. Horse-drawn sleigh rides through the snowy streets and forests add a touch of romance and nostalgia, while cozy mountain huts invite you to warm up with traditional Swiss fare. Think cheese fondue, raclette, and hearty rösti. As the snow melts and the alpine meadows burst into bloom, Zermatt transforms into a summer playground. Hiking trails wind through forests, past crystal-clear streams, and up to high mountain passes, offering spectacular views at every turn. The Gornergrat Railway, one of the highest cogwheel railways in Europe, takes passengers on a scenic journey to the Gornergrat summit, where an observation platform reveals a 360-degree panorama of the Alps, including the Matterhorn, the Gorner Glacier, and more than 20 peaks over 4,000 meters. Mountain biking, paragliding, and climbing are just a few of the ways to experience the thrill of the mountains in summer. For those interested in alpine flora and fauna, The region is home to marmots, ibex, and a dazzling array of wildflowers. Guided hikes and educational trails provide insight into the delicate balance of the alpine ecosystem. No visit to Zermatt is complete without experiencing the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, the highest cable car station in Europe, at 3,083 meters, or 12,739 feet. Here, visitors can step out onto a viewing platform for a breathtaking vista that stretches across Switzerland, Italy, and France. The Glacier Palace, carved deep into the ice, offers a magical world of ice sculptures and tunnels, while the year-round snow park allows for skiing and snowboarding even in the summer months. Zermatt's commitment to sustainability and preservation is evident in its car-free policy. Only electric vehicles and horse-drawn carriages are allowed in the village, ensuring clean air and a peaceful atmosphere. The village itself is a charming blend of traditional wooden chalets and modern architecture, with bustling streets lined with shops, cafes, and restaurants. Here you can sample Swiss chocolate, browse for handmade crafts, or simply enjoy the lively ambiance. Cultural traditions are an integral part of life in Zermatt. Throughout the year, festivals and events celebrate everything from music and art to local cuisine and mountain sports. The annual Folklore Festival, for example, brings together musicians, dancers, and artisans in a colorful celebration of Valaisan heritage. Meanwhile, the Zermatt Unplugged Music Festival attracts international artists and music lovers, transforming the village into a vibrant stage. For those interested in history, the Matterhorn Museum Zermatt-Lantis offers a fascinating journey through the region's past. Interactive exhibits tell the story of the first ascent of the Matterhorn, the development of mountaineering, and the evolution of Zermatt from a remote mountain village to a world-class destination. Zermatt is also a gateway to culinary delights. The region's restaurants range from rustic mountain huts serving traditional dishes to Michelin-starred establishments offering innovative cuisine. Local specialties include air-dried meats, Valaisan rye bread, and of course, the famous Swiss cheeses and chocolates. Whether you come to Zermatt for adventure, relaxation, or inspiration, the magic of the Matterhorn and the warmth of the village will leave a lasting impression. Here, in the shadow of one of the world's most iconic peaks, you'll find a place where nature and culture, tradition and innovation come together to create memories that will stay with you forever. From the first light of dawn illuminating the Matterhorn summit to the twinkling stars above the quiet village at night, Zermatt offers a journey into the heart of the Alps, a place where the spirit of exploration lives on, and where every visitor becomes part of a story that continues to unfold with each passing season. Nestled in the heart of the Swiss Alps, Grindelwald is a place where nature's grandeur and human adventure intertwine seamlessly. This picturesque village, set against the dramatic backdrop of towering peaks and lush green valleys, has long captured the imagination of travelers from around the world. Whether you're seeking thrilling alpine sports, tranquil moments in nature, or a glimpse into Swiss culture and history, Grindelwald offers an experience as rich and varied as the landscape itself. As you approach Grindelwald, the first thing that strikes you is the awe-inspiring panorama. The village sits at the foot of the mighty Eiger, whose north face rises like a stone sentinel above the valley. Alongside the Eiger, the Wetterhorn and the Schreckhorn complete a trio of peaks that dominate the skyline. These mountains aren't just beautiful, they're legendary, woven into the fabric of mountaineering history and local folklore alike. The story of Grindelwald is deeply connected to these mountains. For centuries, this was a quiet farming community, its people living in harmony with the land and the rhythms of the seasons. But in the 19th century, as the golden age of alpinism dawned, Grindelwald became a gateway for climbers and explorers eager to test themselves against the formidable Eiger. Today, the spirit of adventure remains alive. Each year, climbers from around the globe come to tackle the Eiger's north face, a challenge that has become synonymous with courage and determination. Yet you don't have to be a mountaineer to enjoy Grindelwald's wonders. The village is a paradise for hikers and nature lovers, with an extensive network of trails that wind through alpine meadows, dense forests, and along sparkling streams. In spring and summer, wildflowers blanket the fields, and the air is filled with the gentle sound of cowbells. One of the most popular hikes leads to Bach Alpsee, a crystal-clear mountain lake that perfectly mirrors the surrounding peaks on a calm day. The journey to the lake is as rewarding as the destination itself, offering sweeping views and the chance to encounter marmots, chamois, and other wildlife. For those seeking a more leisurely way to soak in the scenery, the region's cable cars and mountain railways offer a comfortable ascent to breathtaking heights. The Jungfraujoch Railway, known as the top of Europe, is a marvel of engineering, carrying passengers through tunnels carved into the heart of the Eiger and up to the highest railway station in Europe. From here, the views stretch across a sea of glaciers and snow-capped summits, a landscape that feels both timeless and otherworldly. In winter, Grindelwald transforms into a snowy wonderland. The village is part of the Jungfrau ski region, which boasts over 200 kilometers of slopes catering to skiers and snowboarders of all abilities. The crisp alpine air, powdery snow, and vibrant après-ski scene make it a destination for winter sports enthusiasts from around the world. But there's more to winter in Grindelwald than skiing. Sledging, ice skating, and snowshoeing offer alternative ways to explore the magical landscape, while cozy mountain huts invite visitors to warm up with a mug of hot chocolate or a hearty Swiss meal. Grindelwald's charm isn't confined to its natural beauty. The village itself is a delightful blend of tradition and hospitality. Wooden chalets adorned with colorful window boxes line the streets, and local shops offer everything from handcrafted souvenirs to artisanal cheeses and chocolates. The pace of life here is relaxed, inviting visitors to slow down and savor the moment. In the evenings, the village comes alive with the sounds of laughter and music, as locals and travelers gather in restaurants and taverns to share stories and enjoy the flavors of Swiss cuisine. The cultural heritage of Grindelwald is celebrated throughout the year in festivals and events that showcase the region's rich traditions. In autumn, the Alpabfahrt marks the return of the cattle from their summer pastures, a festive procession accompanied by music, dancing, and plenty of local delicacies. During the winter months, Christmas markets fill the air with the scent of mulled wine and gingerbread, and the village sparkles with lights and decorations. For families, Grindelwald is a welcoming destination with activities for all ages. Adventure parks, toboggan runs, and themed trails make it easy for children to connect with nature and experience the joy of the mountains. Educational programs and guided tours offer insights into the area's geology, wildlife, and history, ensuring that every visit is both fun and enriching. Sustainability is at the heart of Grindelwald's approach to tourism. The community is committed to preserving its pristine environment for future generations, with initiatives that promote responsible travel, support local businesses, and minimize the impact on the landscape. Visitors are encouraged to explore the region using public transport, which is efficient and environmentally friendly, and to participate in eco-friendly activities that foster a deeper connection with nature. But perhaps the true magic of Grindelwald lies in the moments of quiet wonder it inspires. Whether you're watching the sunrise paint the peaks in shades of gold and pink, listening to the gentle rustle of wind through the pines, or gazing up at a star-filled sky, there's a sense of peace and possibility that infuses every corner of this alpine paradise. In Grindelwald, every season brings its own unique beauty and opportunities for adventure. In spring, the valley awakens with new life as the snow melts and flowers bloom. Summer invites long days of exploration and discovery, with endless trails and vibrant festivals. Autumn is a time of harvest and celebration, as the landscape is painted in fiery hues. And winter, with its blanket of snow, transforms the village into a scene straight from a fairy tale. No matter when you visit, Grindelwald offers an experience that touches the soul. A place where the majesty of the mountains meets the warmth of Swiss hospitality, and where every journey becomes a cherished memory. Whether you come for adventure, relaxation, or simply to marvel at nature's wonders, Grindelwald welcomes you with open arms and invites you to become part of its enduring story. Nestled at the southwestern tip of Switzerland, where the Rhone River flows out of Lake Geneva, lies a city that seamlessly blends old-world charm with cosmopolitan sophistication. Geneva is a place where history, culture, and innovation come together against a breathtaking backdrop of alpine peaks and shimmering waters. Whether you're drawn by its reputation as a diplomatic hub, its rich cultural scene, or its natural beauty, Geneva offers an experience unlike any other. As you approach the city, the first thing that captures your attention is the iconic Jet d'eau, a majestic fountain that shoots water 140 meters into the air. Originally built as a safety valve for a hydraulic power network, The jet d'eau has become a symbol of Geneva, visible from almost every vantage point in the city. Its elegant plume reflects the city's commitment to both engineering excellence and aesthetic beauty. Geneva's location on the shores of Lake Geneva, or Lac Léman as it's known in French, provides more than just stunning views. The lake is a hub of activity, with sailboats gliding across its surface and promenades bustling with locals and visitors alike. The lakeside parks and gardens, meticulously maintained, offer a peaceful respite from the city's energy. Walk along the Quai du Mont Blanc, and you'll be treated to panoramic vistas of snow-capped mountains, including the distant silhouette of Mont Blanc, Western Europe's highest peak. But Geneva is more than just natural beauty. Its history stretches back over 2,000 years, and this legacy is evident in the winding streets of the Old Town, or Vieille Ville. Here, cobblestone alleys twist between ancient stone buildings, leading you to hidden courtyards and charming cafes. At the heart of the Old Town stands Saint-Pierre Cathedral, a Romanesque masterpiece that has watched over the city for centuries. Climb its towers for a sweeping view of Geneva's rooftops and the lake beyond. Geneva's role on the world stage is unmistakable. The city is home to the European headquarters of the United Nations, the World Health Organization, the International Red Cross, and dozens of other international organizations. The Palais des Nations, set in the tranquil Ariana Park, is a testament to Geneva's enduring commitment to diplomacy and peace. Visitors can tour its grand halls, where historic treaties have been negotiated and global issues debated. This international presence has shaped Geneva into a true crossroads of cultures. It's a city where over 180 nationalities live and work side by side, lending Geneva a distinctly cosmopolitan flavor. This diversity is reflected in the city's culinary scene, where Swiss traditions mingle with flavors from around the globe. Sample fondue or raclette in a traditional Swiss restaurant, or explore the city's vibrant markets, where you'll find everything from French pastries to Middle Eastern spices. Geneva's commitment to culture is equally impressive. The city boasts more than 30 museums, covering everything from art and history to science and watchmaking. The Musée d'Art et d'Histoire houses masterpieces from the Renaissance to the modern era, while the Patek Philippe Museum offers a fascinating journey through the history of Swiss watchmaking, a craft for which Geneva is world-renowned. For contemporary art enthusiasts, the MAMCO, or Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art, showcases cutting-edge works in a sleek industrial setting. Music and performance are woven into the fabric of Geneva's identity. The Grand Théâtre, with its opulent interiors, hosts world-class opera and ballet, while the Victoria Hall is famed for its acoustics and diverse concerts. Throughout the year, the city comes alive with festivals. From the classical notes of the Fête de la Musique to the dazzling fireworks of the L'Escalade celebration, commemorating Geneva's historic victory over invaders in 1602. Geneva is also a city of innovation, particularly in the fields of science and technology. Just outside the city limits lies CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, home to the world's largest particle physics laboratory. Here, scientists from around the globe collaborate on groundbreaking research, including the discovery of the Higgs boson. Visitors can explore interactive exhibits and learn about the mysteries of the universe being unraveled beneath Geneva's soil. Despite its global influence and urban sophistication, Geneva remains deeply connected to its natural surroundings. The city is crisscrossed by parks and green spaces, earning it a reputation as one of Europe's greenest cities. Parc des Bastions, with its stately trees and the famous Reformation Wall, offers a tranquil escape in the heart of the city. In spring and summer, locals flock to the Bain des Paquis, a lakeside swimming area and sauna that embodies Geneva's relaxed yet active lifestyle. For those seeking adventure, Geneva serves as a gateway to the Swiss Alps. Within an hour's drive, you can find yourself hiking alpine trails, skiing world-class slopes, or exploring picturesque mountain villages. The city's efficient public transport system makes it easy to venture further afield, whether you're headed to the vineyards of Lavaux or the medieval town of Gruyère. Geneva's spirit is perhaps best captured in its commitment to humanitarianism and dialogue. It is a city that has long opened its doors to refugees, thinkers, and visionaries. The legacy of figures like Jean-Jacques Rousseau and the founders of the Red Cross continues to inspire Geneva's residents today. This ethos is evident in the city's vibrant civil society, its dedication to education, and its ongoing efforts to promote peace and understanding in a complex world. In Geneva, every street tells a story, every vista invites reflection, and every encounter reveals a new facet of its identity. Whether you're wandering the historic Old Town, savoring a lakeside sunset, or engaging in conversations that span continents, Geneva welcomes you with open arms and an open mind. It's a city that invites you to slow down, look closer, and discover the extraordinary in the everyday. From its shimmering lake and storied past to its role as a beacon of international cooperation, Geneva stands as a testament to what can be achieved when people from all walks of life come together. It is a city that celebrates diversity, cherishes its heritage, and looks boldly to the future. A place where the world truly meets. Nestled high in the Engadine Valley, surrounded by the majestic peaks of the Swiss Alps, lies the legendary town of St. Moritz. Known worldwide as a playground for the rich and famous, St. Moritz is more than just a glamorous resort. It is a place where nature's grandeur meets human ingenuity, where tradition and modernity blend seamlessly, and where each season brings its own unique magic. As the sun rises over the snow-capped mountains, the air in St. Moritz is crisp and invigorating. The town itself sits at an altitude of 1,822 meters, offering breathtaking views in every direction. The sparkling waters of Lake St. Moritz reflect the changing colors of the sky, creating a scene that seems almost too beautiful to be real. It's no wonder that St. Moritz has been a destination for travelers seeking beauty, adventure, and luxury for over a century. The story of St. Moritz as a world-renowned resort began in the late 19th century, when Johannes Badrut, a local hotelier, made a bold promise to his English guests. If they visited St. Moritz in winter and didn't enjoy the experience, he would pay for their entire trip. The guests accepted the challenge, and upon discovering the region's sunny winters, pristine snow, and exhilarating activities, they were hooked. Thus began the tradition of winter tourism in the Alps, with St. Moritz at its heart. Today, St. Moritz is synonymous with winter sports. The town has hosted the Winter Olympics twice, in 1928 and 1948, and its slopes and trails continue to attract athletes and enthusiasts from around the globe. The Corviglia ski area, accessible by funicular railway, offers over 350 kilometers of perfectly groomed pistes, catering to skiers and snowboarders of all levels. For those seeking a different kind of thrill, the Cresta Run, a natural ice skeleton racing toboggan track, has been challenging daredevils since 1884. And on the frozen surface of Lake St. Moritz, visitors can witness the spectacle of polo played on ice, a tradition that combines elegance, excitement, and a touch of the unexpected. But St. Moritz is not just a winter wonderland. As the snow melts and the meadows burst into bloom, the region transforms into a paradise for hikers, mountain bikers, and nature lovers. More than 500 kilometers of hiking trails weave through forests, past waterfalls, and up to panoramic viewpoints, offering endless opportunities to explore the natural beauty of the Engadine. The lakes, now free of ice, become a playground for sailors, windsurfers, and swimmers, while the mountain air remains refreshingly cool even in the height of summer. No visit to St. Moritz would be complete without indulging in its world-class hospitality. The town is home to some of the most luxurious hotels in the world, from the historic Badrut's Palace to the elegant Kulm Hotel. Here, guests are treated to impeccable service, exquisite cuisine, and a sense of timeless glamour. The local gastronomy reflects both Swiss traditions and international influences, with restaurants serving everything from hearty alpine fare to Michelin-starred masterpieces. And for those seeking relaxation, the region's mineral-rich thermal springs, celebrated for their healing properties since Roman times, offer a soothing escape. St. Moritz is also a cultural hub, with a vibrant calendar of events that draws visitors year-round. Art lovers can explore galleries showcasing contemporary works and classic masterpieces, while music enthusiasts flock to the town's renowned festivals, from jazz to classical. The annual white turf horse races, held on the frozen lake, are a spectacle unlike any other, combining sport, fashion, and high society in a dazzling display. The town itself is a blend of old-world charm and modern sophistication. Strolling through its streets, you'll find chic boutiques, cozy cafes, and historic landmarks, all set against the backdrop of the Alps. The Leaning Tower of St. Moritz, dating back to the 12th century, stands as a reminder of the town's rich history, while sleek modern architecture reflects its forward-looking spirit. Beyond the town, the Engadine Valley beckons with its pristine landscapes and traditional villages. The nearby village of Sils, beloved by philosophers and writers, offers tranquility and inspiration, while the Bernina Express Railway provides a breathtaking journey through mountain passes and glaciers, connecting St. Moritz to the Italian-speaking region of Ticino. St. Moritz is a place where every season brings new adventures and unforgettable experiences. In winter, the air is filled with the sound of skis carving through snow, the laughter of families building snowmen, and the clink of glasses raised in celebration. In summer, the hills come alive with wildflowers, the lakes shimmer in the sunlight, and the trails invite exploration. Spring and autumn, quieter but no less beautiful, offer moments of reflection and connection with nature. What truly sets St. Moritz apart, however, is its unique atmosphere, a blend of exclusivity and warmth, tradition and innovation, serenity and excitement. Whether you come for the thrill of the slopes, the peace of the mountains, the luxury of the hotels, or simply to breathe the pure alpine air, St. Moritz welcomes you with open arms. For those who seek the extraordinary, who appreciate the finer things in life, and who are drawn to the beauty of nature, St. Moritz is more than a destination. It is an experience, a state of mind, and a place where memories are made to last a lifetime. So whether you are planning your first visit or returning to a beloved retreat, let the magic of St. Moritz capture your heart. Discover the charm of its streets, the grandeur of its landscapes, and the spirit of adventure that has drawn travelers here for generations. In St. Moritz, every moment is an invitation to live life to the fullest, surrounded by the splendor of the Swiss Alps. Nestled in the heart of eastern Switzerland, the regions of St. Gallen and Appenzell offer a captivating blend of history, culture, and breathtaking natural beauty. These neighboring areas, though distinct in character, together create a tapestry of Swiss life that is both rich in tradition and full of modern vitality. Journeying through St. Gallen and Appenzell is like stepping into a living storybook, one where centuries-old abbeys share the landscape with rolling green hills, and where vibrant local customs continue to shape daily life. St. Gallen, the larger of the two, is renowned for its historic old town and its UNESCO World Heritage-listed Abbey of St. Gall. Founded in the 10th century, the abbey became a beacon of learning and spirituality during the Middle Ages. Its library, one of the oldest and most beautiful in the world, houses over 170,000 volumes, including ancient manuscripts and illuminated texts. Walking through the ornate Baroque halls of the Abbey Library, visitors are transported back in time, surrounded by the wisdom of ages past. The intricate stucco ceilings, the scent of old books, and the soft glow of sunlight filtering through stained glass create an atmosphere of reverence and wonder. But St. Gallen is not just about its abbey. The city's old town is a labyrinth of narrow cobblestone streets lined with pastel-colored buildings and ornately carved bay windows, known locally as Erker. These unique architectural features, often adorned with painted motifs or gilded details, are a testament to the city's prosperous textile merchants who, in the 18th and 19th centuries, transformed St. Gallen into a center of embroidery and lace-making. Even today, St. Gallen's textile heritage is alive, with local designers and artisans continuing to innovate and inspire. The Textile Museum, located in a grand former bank building, showcases exquisite fabrics, delicate lace, and the machinery that powered this industry, offering a fascinating glimpse into the city's creative spirit. Beyond its urban core, St. Gallen is a gateway to nature. The surrounding countryside is dotted with lush meadows, tranquil forests, and sparkling lakes. The Drei Viren, or Three Ponds, are a beloved retreat for locals and visitors alike. Set on a hillside overlooking the city, these serene waters invite swimmers in summer and ice skaters in winter, while the walking paths offer panoramic views of the rooftops below and the distant peaks of the Alpstein range. Traveling southeast from St. Gallen, the landscape begins to change as you enter Appenzell. Here, the hills grow steeper, the valleys more secluded, and the traditions more deeply rooted. Appenzell is a region that wears its heritage with pride. The village of Appenzell itself is a picture of Swiss charm, with its brightly painted wooden houses, flower-filled balconies, and bustling market square. Each building tells a story, with facades decorated in vibrant hues and intricate patterns that reflect the region's artistic sensibilities. Appenzell is perhaps best known for its strong sense of community and its unique system of direct democracy. Every spring, residents gather in the main square for the Landsgemeinde, an open-air assembly where citizens vote by raising their hands. This centuries-old tradition is a vivid reminder of the region's commitment to self-governance and civic participation. The people of Appenzell are also guardians of time-honored customs. Throughout the year, the calendar is punctuated with colorful festivals and rituals. In January, the New Year's mummers, or Silvesterschleuse, parade through villages wearing elaborate masks and costumes, ringing bells to chase away evil spirits. In summer, the alpine cattle descent, or Alpabfahrt, sees herders in traditional dress leading their beautifully adorned cows down from mountain pastures, accompanied by singing and yodeling. These events are not mere spectacles for tourists. They are expressions of a living culture, passed down through generations. Nature, too, plays a central role in Appenzell's identity. The region is crisscrossed with hiking trails that wind through rolling hills, dense forests, and high alpine meadows. The Alpstein Massif, with its jagged limestone peaks, is a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. The iconic Santis Mountain, the highest point in the region, offers sweeping views that stretch across 6 countries on a clear day. Reaching the summit can be an adventure in itself, whether by foot along scenic trails or by cable car from the village of Schwegal. At the top, the air is crisp, the silence profound, and the sense of wonder palpable. Culinary traditions in St. Gallen and Appenzell are as rich and varied as the landscapes themselves. St. Gallen is famous for its namesake sausage, the St. Galler Bratwurst, a delicacy best enjoyed fresh off the grill with a crusty roll and a dollop of mustard. Appenzell, meanwhile, is renowned for its cheese. Appenzeller, a semi-hard, aromatic cheese aged in a secret blend of herbal brine. Each bite tells of the lush pastures and the careful craftsmanship that define the region. Hospitality here is warm and genuine. Whether in a family-run guest house, a cozy mountain inn, or a bustling cafe in the heart of town, visitors are welcomed not as strangers, but as guests invited to share in the rhythms of local life. From the gentle chime of cowbells in the morning mist to the laughter echoing through village squares at dusk, every moment in St. Gallen and Appenzell is a celebration of Swiss heritage and the enduring beauty of community. In the end, what makes St. Gallen and Appenzell truly special is not just their scenic vistas or historic landmarks, but the spirit of the people who call these regions home. It is a place where tradition and innovation walk hand in hand, where the past is honored and the future embraced. For those who seek a deeper connection to Switzerland's heart and soul, there is no better place to begin the journey. High in the heart of the Swiss Alps, where snow-capped peaks pierce the sky and verdant valleys stretch as far as the eye can see, lies a region that has captured the imagination of travelers, filmmakers, and adventurers for generations. This is the story of Schilthorn, Pisgloria, and Gstaad, a trio of destinations that together embody the spirit of alpine wonder, cinematic history, and Swiss hospitality. Our journey begins with the Schilthorn, a dramatic mountain summit rising to nearly 3,000 meters above sea level. The ascent itself is an adventure, starting from the charming village of Steckelberg. Here, a series of cable cars whisk visitors up steep cliffs and across yawning chasms, each stage revealing ever more breathtaking panoramas of the Bernese Oberland. As the gondola climbs higher, the landscape transforms. Lush meadows dotted with wildflowers give way to rugged outcrops in swirling clouds. On clear days, the mighty Eiger, Monk, and Jungfrau Mountains dominate the horizon, their snowy faces gleaming in the sunlight. At the very top of the Schilthorn, perched like a futuristic crown, stands Pisgloria, This revolving restaurant is no ordinary mountain eatery. It is a place steeped in cinematic legend. In 1969, Piz Gloria became world famous as the lair of the villainous Blofeld in the James Bond film On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Today, the Bond legacy is alive and well, with interactive exhibits, memorabilia, and even a Bond-themed breakfast on offer. As the restaurant slowly rotates, diners are treated to a 360-degree view of the Alps, a spectacle that changes by the minute as clouds drift and sunlight dances across the peaks. But Piz Gloria is more than just a movie set. It is a gateway to adventure. From here, intrepid explorers can set out on hiking trails that wind along ridgelines and descend into hidden valleys. In winter, the Schilthorn transforms into a skier's paradise, with challenging runs and powder-filled bowls that draw enthusiasts from around the world. The thrill of carving through fresh snow against the backdrop of some of Europe's most iconic mountains is an experience that lingers long after the last run of the day. Descending from the heights of Schilthorn, the landscape softens. Forests and pastures replace rock and ice, and the air carries the scent of pine and wild herbs. Nestled in this idyllic setting is Gstaad, a village that has become synonymous with understated luxury and alpine charm. Unlike the glitzy resorts of other ski destinations, Gstaad exudes a timeless elegance. Its chalets, with their sloping roofs and carved balconies, are built in traditional style, blending seamlessly into the landscape. Gstaad's reputation as a playground for the rich and famous is well-deserved, yet it remains a place where authenticity and tradition are cherished. Local farmers still tend their herds on the surrounding hillsides, and the weekly market is a celebration of regional produce, cheeses, cured meats, and fresh-baked bread. In the heart of the village, boutique shops and cozy cafes invite visitors to linger, while the ringing of cowbells provides a gentle soundtrack to daily life. Despite its tranquil appearance, Gstaad is a hub of activity year-round. In winter, its ski slopes and cross-country trails cater to all levels, from beginners to seasoned pros. The region's microclimate ensures reliable snow, while modern lifts make access easy and efficient. Off the slopes, horse-drawn sleigh rides, ice skating, and curling offer alternative ways to enjoy the snowy landscape. When the snow melts, Gstaad reveals a different side. Hiking and mountain biking trails crisscross the valleys, leading to crystal-clear lakes and panoramic viewpoints. Music and cultural festivals fill the calendar, drawing artists and audiences from far and wide. One of Gstaad's most enchanting features is its commitment to preserving the natural environment. Sustainable tourism is a guiding principle here, with initiatives aimed at protecting alpine ecosystems and supporting local communities. Visitors are encouraged to explore on foot or by bicycle, and public transport links make it easy to travel between villages without a car. This respect for nature is evident in every aspect of life, from the careful restoration of historic buildings to the use of renewable energy in hotels and restaurants. No visit to the region would be complete without sampling its culinary delights. The alpine pastures provide rich grazing for cows, whose milk is transformed into some of Switzerland's finest cheeses. Fondue and raclette, served piping hot and accompanied by crusty bread and pickles, are a must-try after a day in the mountains. For those seeking something lighter, local specialties such as rosti, air-dried meats, and fresh trout offer a taste of the terroir. And for dessert, the famous Swiss chocolate, smooth, creamy, and utterly irresistible, provides the perfect sweet finish. As the sun sets over the Alps, painting the peaks in hues of gold and rose, a sense of tranquility settles over Schilthorn, Piz Gloria, and Gstaad. These are places where time seems to slow, where the beauty of the natural world inspires awe and reflection. Whether you come for the adventure, the history, the cuisine, or simply to breathe the pure mountain air, you will find yourself drawn into a landscape that is both majestic and welcoming. Schilthorn, with its dizzying heights and Bond heritage, offers a glimpse into the extraordinary, an invitation to stand above the clouds and dream. Piz Gloria, revolving gently atop the world, reminds us of the power of imagination and the magic of cinema. And Gstaad, nestled in its peaceful valley, embodies the warmth and grace of Swiss alpine culture. Together, these destinations form a tapestry of experiences, thrilling, serene, and unforgettable, They invite you to explore, to savor, and to return again and again to the heart of the Alps.